Do you think this is what people had in mind when they were donating to the Black Lives Matter organization?
Of course not. I mean, I don't see the purpose of the mansion.
You know, every organization is kind of like that.
Buying mansions? What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. The Black Lives Matter organization brought in about $90 million of donations in 2020 alone. And how have they used these donations? They purchased a mansion in Southern California for about $6 million and provided funds to BLM Canada to purchase another similarly priced mansion. So, do people still trust the BLM organization? Today, we are at the University of Texas in Austin to find out. Let's go talk to some people. Do you support the Black Lives Matter organization?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're cool with that?
Yeah.
You support it. What do you think?
Support 100%.
Yeah.
I 100% support them.
How about you?
I support them as well. I took part in the movement when it happened, so it would only make sense to support an organization with the same ideals.
I do not. They are a little extreme with the way they talk about like reforming society. I think that there's ways to do it within the system that is existing, and that they're asking for a little bit too much.
Were you aware that the Black Lives Matter organization had to suspend online fundraising or no?
I was not.
The Black Lives Matter organization, blacklivesmatter.com, they suspended online fundraising, right, recently, after states have threatened them with legal action for $60 million of missing donation records. Okay? They have $60 million of missing donation records. Were you guys aware of that?
I wasn't actually.
Amazon took them off their charity platform. CharityWatch, who grades charities, gave them a question mark, saying they don't know where the money's going. And recently it was announced that they had purchased a $6 million mansion in Southern California, 20-car garage, 7 bedrooms, etc., for creating video content. And I want to know, do you guys trust the organization, the Black Lives Matter organization?
I don't think I'm educated enough in the subject for me to have an opinion on it.
After hearing that, do you trust the organization?
Not as much as I did like 5 minutes ago.
I don't know anything about the financial side, but the movement, I support that.
You know, every organization is kind of like that.
Buying mansions?
Remember when everything was happening, I went to their webpage and I was like, what are these guys really about? Like, are they as extreme as they seem on television? And from what I read, almost, yeah.
At UTV here, we have like smaller organizations where we like go directly, like everything that we have donated us goes directly to the proceeds. But because this is such a like larger like organization, it's like hard to see if I can trust it or not. I just need to like look at more information to see.
Sometimes the way we spend the money isn't the best, but the intentions and, you know, the mission of the organization might be right. But it's just, I think that's more of an organizational issue more than like something that would affect if I trust them or I trust what they're fighting for.
They had purchased a $6 million mansion in Southern California. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know enough to be able to make a judgment. I do know that when you make contributions, you allow the organization that receives the fund to spend them as they wish unless they tell you otherwise.
In 2020, they had sent roughly around the same amount of money to BLM Canada to buy another $6 million mansion. Do you think this is what people had in mind when they were donating to the Black Lives Matter organization?
Of course not. Like, no one wants, I mean, I don't see the purpose of the mansion, especially for that amount.
No, of course not. It's unnecessary. At the very least, you should be buying like corporate space to be doing operations, not a house.
When it comes to the organization doing that, does that sound weird to you? Like them buying a mansion? You don't care?
I don't really care. I support the movement, but I don't really care about the financial side because everything's kind of up anyway. So it's all about the cause.
But that supports the whole cause, though.
Okay, but I have the right intentions then.
No, I know it's good, but like you should care about both also.
And they stated that they were using the house to maybe create some content, YouTube content. They haven't created that much content from the house, but do you think that that was a misuse of donation funds? What do you think?
You're baiting me.
Well, I'm asking you a tough question.
No, you're baiting me because I don't know. You're suggesting that they are using the money for other purposes other than what they announced that they were going to use them for.
Well, they did purchase that house with the donation funds. So that's the basic question is, do you think that's a misuse of funds or do you support the idea of that?
No, I don't have an opinion because I don't know what the reasons are.
I just really cannot think of why they bought that, like spent that much money.
Their words, it was to film content.
Yeah, there's outside nature that can happen for free. Yeah, I think that's just very weird to me.
To support like Black Lives Matter, or make videos about what?
It would be, yeah, like around, I mean, Patrice Kohler, she's a co-founder. She did like on her own YouTube channel, she was doing cooking videos in the mansion. Basically, it would be like black content creators can go there and film content. I'm not sure how much content they really filmed.
In support of Black Lives Matter then?
Oh, that's what they would say. Yes, correct.
Oh, well, in my opinion, that wouldn't be like as bad as if it was like for something random then.
I still think it's kind of odd. Like, I mean, they were doing all these protests, raising money. Now they're using it just to like make videos in a house.
But at the same time, aren't like the leaders of the BLM organization, aren't they like, I don't want to say like white people? I don't know. That was like one of the main reasons I didn't really want to support the org. I still...
It was because white people were leading it?
Yeah, it didn't make sense how...
Who was white
I don't know,
at the top?
but it wasn't like run by 100% black people.
The board members and the co-founder, they're
the
black.
Organization in general, it wasn't like 100%. I supported their mission, not like the actual organization.
Right.
I like their initiative, but...
They tried.
Yeah.
Did you support them, or do you still support them just in general?
Yeah, I support the movement.
The movement?
Yes.
Not the organization?
I have qualms with what I forgot her name, but she
Patrice Kohler's maybe?
Yeah, the how she claims to be a Marxist and then owns all these expensive houses.
Yeah, I've heard some bad stuff about them. Just like, I mean, with any group, there's obviously, like, I've heard people say they're mostly peaceful or something like that, which is like a weird thing to say about a group. They should just be completely peaceful.
Yeah, there aren't good people, they're bad people, and sometimes people do make bad choices, but I don't want that to reflect what the meaning of Black Lives Matter means to me or what it means to everyone else.
Patrice Kohler, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter, has been openly Marxist. And I kind of want to ask the question, does an openly Marxist organization that's spending their money on million-dollar mansions, should that be the big voice for black Americans in this country? What do you guys think?
I just feel like there shouldn't be one person who speaks for all of black people in America. And that shouldn't be it.
Maybe not even just one organization at the
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if you're buying a shirt or something, man, but a $6 million mansion for one, individual, that's what, probably high up in the organization or what?
They claimed it was for creating content. The only thing is they didn't provide much content from the house.
So yeah, they didn't really...
It was like 12 videos that they made?
Right, okay, so yeah, that seems very shady.
I think it's definitely a misuse of donation funds. Like, why do you need a $60 million mansion for?
$6 million.
$6 million mansion. It's still a lot.
I think they need due process. If they are convicted of a crime, that's obviously not good on any way, shape, or form on either side. I mean, obviously they're a leftist group, so I mean, I would say the same thing about a rightist group. It's not even like, I'm very neutral, I'd say.
Okay. I don't think an organization ever needs a $6 million, I think you said, home.
It would be nice, though, to have something like that.
I'd love a $6 million home, trust me, but I don't think an organization who is supposed to be for the good of a certain group needs that home. I'm all for equality for all, Black Lives Matter, but I have a severe lack of trust in that organization.
Have you guys heard of BLM 10 before?
No.
So BLM 10 is 10 major chapters in the U.S., Black Lives Matter chapters. One of them is led by Hawk Newsom in New York City. They've all called for an investigation into how the organization spends its money. Would you guys support an investigation into how they spend their money? They brought in $90 million of donations in 2020 alone. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I personally wouldn't mind. It's just, there's that other factor of just where, like, it depends. I don't know if it's, like, too invasive. I don't know if the person, like, I don't know. But I personally wouldn't mind.
If they did open back up fundraising on their website, would you guys consider donating to Black Lives Matter organization today after hearing this stuff?
After hearing that, I guess I'd be a little skeptical. I would need to hear from them, I guess. I would need to feel a little bit more transparency from the organization before donating. It's a hard spot, because I support the cause and everything.
I don't really try. I try to stay out of giving donations to politics. Really politics is just bullshit. I mean, there's not much to it in my opinion. And there's not many people that I don't trust anyone in politics at all. I mean, again, I don't research it a lot. There's probably tons of people here that know a lot more. There's probably tons of people here that think they know a lot more and they don't, and then just give their money for no reason.
Probably not until they regain the people's trust. because I want to know where my donations are going to be going. So again, transparency is super important.
All right, everyone, that is it for today. We found that a lot of people did not want to comment on this topic, but let me know what you guys thought about people's responses in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos, and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. We'll see you next time.